Meanwhile, The Guardian is reporting, and if you haven't seen this, there's a video that goes along with this, and we should have probably cut up some small pieces of it. We just didn't have time this morning, and you can't play the whole thing; it's copyrighted. But The Guardian has a video of this 13-year-old Yemeni boy, 13-year-old boy from Yemen, whose father and brother were killed by a U.S. drone strike. And he's driving around going, yeah, they killed my father and brother. But I'm not ISIS. I'm not Al-Qaeda. Shavala Madlina, Hannah Patchett, and Adel Samsha in Sana'a are writing this story. This is, Dateline Syria. A 13-year-old boy killed in Yemen last month by a CIA drone strike had told The Guardian just months earlier that he lived in constant fear of the death machine that had already killed his father and his brother. Mohammed Tuiman, speaking from Al-Zur village in Marib province, where he died 2 weeks ago, by the way, said, I see them every day and we are scared of them. He's talking about the drones. He said a lot of the kids in this area wake up from sleeping because of nightmares from the drones, and some now have mental problems. They turned our area into hell and continuous horror day and night. We even dream of them in our sleep. Back in 2011, 3.5 years ago, an unmanned combat drone killed his father and teenage brother while they were herding the family's camels. The drone that would kill Mohammed struck on 26 January in Harib, about an hour from his home. The drone hit the car carrying the teenager, his brother-in-law Abdullah Khalid, and a third man. Mohammed's older brother, Maqdad, came to the car to see the car where his 13-year-old brother had died in this drone strike from just a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. And he says, I saw all the bodies completely burned like charcoal. When we arrived, we couldn't do anything. We couldn't move the bodies, so we just buried them near the car. Several anonymous U.S. government officials told Reuters that the strike had been carried out by the CIA and had, quote, killed 3 men believed to be al-Qaeda militants. Right. You got to see the video of this 13-year-old kid. This is not how you win a war. I mean, you do it one of two ways. You either go in with aid and support, as we have done in many countries around the world. This is, when Nasser was taking Egypt in the direction of the Soviet Union, what did Eisenhower do? Said, hey, we'll give you money and support. We'll help you out more than the Soviets will. Okay, cool. Egypt's been our ally basically ever since. Yeah, there was a little war in the middle there, and, Eisenhower kind of pulled rank and a bit of a dispute with Israel, and that's a whole nother, subtext to the thing. But basically, we support our allies. What about supporting the people who are under the thumbs of our enemies? I mean, we were very popular in Iraq in the 1980s. Ronald Reagan was shoveling money to Saddam Hussein. We were giving him chemical weapons to use against the Iranians. But they had a functioning society. It was Baghdad was the Paris of the Middle East. And then George Herbert Walker Bush starts his little war with them so he can get himself reelected. Didn't work out quite so well. And then Bill Clinton continues with sanctions. 500,000 children because they couldn't get chlorine for their water treatment plants because, you can use chlorine to make chlorine gas, which is, well, it is chlorine gas, which is one of those poisons they used in World War I. Right. So instead, 500,000 children died of waterborne illnesses. You think after that those families were happy with the United States? Isn't it time for us to recalibrate our foreign policy? To start making some sense? To start being the good guys of the world instead of the bombers of the world? Isn't it time to take some positive steps and to call out our so-called allies like Saudi Arabia and say, hey, stop behaving badly in the region?
This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
And all of that, frankly, should be done before we give another 3 years authorization or a 3-year authorization to the president to put soldiers on the ground in Syria.